I have to tell you, I got it.
Hey, Bob.
Hi. Sorry.
Is this the Grand Tour or the Nickel Tour?
Yeah. I got another guy who wants to join. He can't find it, how to get in there. He's looking on Restoration Rebel where Andy posted it, but he can't find it.
Do you have a Gmail address or an email address for him?
You hear that, Troy? Okay, go ahead and talk.
Clark, just Dutch oven yourself.
Mute myself?
I believe I saw you Dutch oven yourself.
Okay, Jonathan?
Yeah, can you give that to me one more time, Bob?
It's Troy at Rapid Dry Services. You said .com.
Troy, like Troy, correct?
Yes.
Hey, Curtis.
How you doing, Bob? Hey, Curtis.
Hey, what's up,
Good.
guys? You're stroking that beard like a 15-year-old little boy.
What, me?
Yeah, you.
This is my default.
Right, I know, mine too. I'm like,
Now, if mine gets any longer than like half an inch, I look like a homeless person. So I can't do a long straight beard. My wife won't let.
Jonathan, did you get that sent over to him?
I did, yep.
Okay. All right. You should get it too. All right. Okay. Bye.
Hey, John. Before we get started, tell me about this pew time yesterday. What were you loading down?
So I'm a Glock fanboy, admittedly, and so I got a new Glock 43 as my everyday carry, and I hadn't shot it yet, and I got it dirt cheap, and it was replacing a Springfield XDS. So I was breaking that in with my cheap Russian ammo, and then I was setting my AR. So it was some good times. So, and I had a buddy with me. He's kind of new to the area.
Yeah.
So, and he's from California. So
he's never seen a gun?
Well, he actually owns one, but he owns one with a bullet button installed, which makes it Cal compliant for the next few weeks anyway. But he couldn't even believe, our gun stores, you can rent full auto, you can rent a Barrett 50. I mean, the sky's the limit. And so his mind was just blown over and over again. It was pretty great. So good time, always an expensive time, but good.
Yep. Hey, stand by for a second, everybody. Hold on.
Hope John shows up.
Say that again?
I hope John shows up tonight, huh?
Who? Oh, yeah, this guy over here, this Andrew McKay fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up?
I'm a little seasick because you're upside down, but I'll get over it.
John, was Andy going, or is he busy today?
I have no idea. He gave me one-word answers to all my questions today. I didn't get much out of him.
Okay.
The line. Unmute.
All right, so we want to get this party started or what?
Sure.
Yes, Andy.
Okay. So I guess I know most of you. Troy, I don't think we've met, but I will introduce myself and give you guys like a 2-minute background on me. And the goal here is to answer all the dumb questions. There aren't dumb questions. You guys know a whole lot about stuff that I have no idea about. But I hope I can fill in some gaps for you on especially digital advertising and websites and SEO and things like that. But will only be as productive as the quality of your questions.
Join the meeting.
So a little bit about me. First, I'm John Grubb. I have been in the industry since about the mid-2000s. I did commercial reconstruction for a contractor, and we worked from San Diego to Sacramento and over to into Nevada. We weren't mold remediators as much as we were mold relocators. So we would just go in and demo galleys and kitchens and server stations and things like that. But that kind of piqued my interest in the industry. And then in 2009, I ended up at a national restoration franchise system. I don't have a whole lot of good things to say about them, other than in the early days, they were really good at pay-per-click management. And that's how they got a lot of clients. So I left there in 2013 with a fire under me to start a company that would do pay-per-click management, really with the intention of giving the guys that I had sold franchise to a way out. I knew I couldn't do SEO, so then I partnered with an SEO company that you guys have probably heard of, Stellar eMarketing. They've been around 10 or so years now, and they focus on the restoration industry. And then I did websites myself for a while. It was when a lot of guys didn't have them, and I did it just as a means to an end. But while I don't do that now, I outsource all of that to another company that knows the restoration business. I learned a lot about conversions and what's actually happening when that customer lands on your site, and what their behavior is prior to making a decision, either to call you or back out and click on your competitor. So I'll start with like a 101, like a digital advertising for dummies. So if you picture the search results screen, you have at the very top the ad section. In our industry, there's 4 ads. And then right below that is Google Maps, and that's powered through Google My Business, which is free for you to create a profile and upload content to and throw reviews at and hopes you get ranked. And then below that, you've got the organic or the natural results. And then below that, you've got more ads. About a year and a half or 2 years ago, Google removed, they changed the search results page quite a bit. And they took away all the sidebar ads. There were 7 over there. And then they added a 4th ad at the top. And it's been this sort of a money grab by Google. And if you look at what was happening to them as a corporation, their ad revenue had plateaued. And so the changes that happened in search results was a reaction to that revenue plateauing. So they have squished down the total organic results on the page to make way for more ads. And now even in Maps, in My Business, ads can appear. So if you link an AdWords account and you link your My Business account, you can display an ad there along with your natural map result. So then the question might be, well, is something like pay-per-click worth it in my market? Can I just show up in organic? Can I just show up in Maps? And really my philosophy, and it's on my website, I've got an article, it's a good toilet read. print it out and set it next to your toilet, and maybe you'll learn something. There's 3 ways to get on Google search results page at the same time for the same search, and it's ads, maps, and organic. You can certainly do one of those or 2 of those, but what I found is the companies that have consistent work being pumped to their website are the ones that are doing a combination of all 3. Because as a user, as a customer who doesn't know anything about what we do, when they search and they see you in the ad section, and then they see you in the map section, and then they see you organically, inevitably they're going to click on the organic result. They're going to bypass the ad, unless they're just clicking on the very first thing they see. But it has a powerful branding effect. And not only for potential customers, it has a powerful branding effect for your competition. When your competition starts seeing you all over the place online, that's a great problem to have. So they get worried. They think you're a lot larger than you may actually be. So AdWords is premium real estate, and I'll try to break down what each segment is, and then we'll open up questions. But essentially, AdWords is an auction that happens in milliseconds. You are loading up a bunch of keywords and ads and a location, and you are bidding on those ads in microseconds along with other people in the auction. What determines who's in the first place and who's in the second place and so on is a combination of the maximum risk they have for that set of keywords or that key phrase, their quality score, which is kind of a smoke and mirrors number that Google assigns to your specific key phrases in your account that is determines the relevancy of that phrase to what that customer is searching for. The higher the quality score, the lower potential cost per click you will pay for that placement of your ad. So in some markets, cost per click is totally nuts. It's 150, it's $200 a click. That is it's kind of isolated to just a few markets. Parts of New Jersey are like that. Atlanta is definitely like that. Parts of South Florida are like that. In most markets, average cost per click is between 55 and 65 bucks. In some markets, it's 35 bucks a click. What's key is when you look at a total budget for a month, that budget based on your cost per click should generate X number of clicks. So let's say if you've got a budget of $2,000 a month, your average cost per click is $65, you should be generating 30 visitors onto your website. Those 30 visitors can represent 15 phone calls, 20 phone calls, maybe more, depending on what you are pulling them into your website for. So when you then break that down to cost per acquisition, pay-per-click is a lot cheaper than lead generators. Lead generators are generating phone calls for you the same way they're using pay-per-click. The same way they're just charging you a 300 to 400% markup on that call because they've vetted it. They've put the risk out first, and then they qualified it as a lead and sent it to you. So very few lead generators are doing SEO in really many parts of the country. They're not very good at SEO. I've seen some of their work. So, I don't, privately, I'd give you a very frank opinion of lead generators. Publicly, I'll say that I don't think it's a good long-term strategy, and why pay a lot more than you should for a phone call. So the second thing is Google Maps. That's, again, Google My Business. It's one of the most powerful advertising tools you have at your disposal. And if you're not using it, contact me. I'll walk you through it and help you get set up on it. It's the only truly free way to the first page of Google search results. Last thing is organic. So the portion that SEO focuses on, and that's simply the process of optimizing your website to display in search results for certain phrases. My disclaimer there is there are a million SEO companies. There's probably more than that. There's a lot out there. there's 2 or 3 that actually know our business, and there's only 1 that I've come to trust over the years. So I'm pretty open about that. I talk to guys every single day who have just had awful experiences with both pay-per-click management and SEO, and I'm not surprised. Usually the guy, they may have been good at what they did, but they don't know the business, so they can't optimize correctly. So that's it in a nutshell, and then we'll talk a little bit later about website optimization when it comes to conversions, because really for any efforts you do online to be found, if the website isn't designed to give you phone calls, your phone's never going to ring. So who's going to be bold? Who's got the first question?
So how beneficial is it, like, for instance, my market in the Baltimore area, we're a pretty competitive market, Baltimore, DC. I consistently rank on the, but I don't organically rank usually at anywhere near the top of the page.
Okay, so where are you based specifically, Baltimore or DC, or somewhere in between?
Baltimore.
Okay, and so are you focusing on the city, or are you focusing on the counties to the west?
The counties to the east.
Okay, so like Howard, Anne Arundel, those areas?
No, like Hartford, Baltimore County,
Okay.
Cecil County.
Okay, so your maps listing is based off of your physical address that you've loaded into My Business. And based on population and competition, that limits you to only show in that area. If your true service area is Baltimore to DC, that's when SEO can help. So you posted the question, is it beneficial to list on maps, but not in the ordinary, the organic section? Yeah, my philosophy again is be in all 3. Do all things consistently. It works. So
Because I started with AdWords, and I can definitely say that I've noticed a huge difference. I've spent a lot over the last month or so, but
Join the meeting.
Can you say that last part again?
He just went mute.
Oh,
I've definitely increased my call volume from my website with AdWords. I guess I feel like I'm probably spending more than I should be.
okay. Do you know what your average position is in AdWords?
Stand by.
I'll take this minute to say hello to Dan, to Mark, and we've got someone with a 585 number.
That's Troy Hasley.
It's Troy. It is.
Oh, okay. Troy's on here with video and audio. Got it.
It's like just now I'm appearing in the top 3 on ads.
Okay. What's your average cost per click?
That I can't pull up right now, otherwise it's going to kick me out.
Okay. You can. Are you in a regular AdWords portal, or are you in AdWords Express?
Yeah. AdWords Express.
Okay. Here's what I know about AdWords Express, and I created an AdWords Express account when it first came out, and I just wanted to see what it was like, and then I started hearing all these stories. I mean, even I was getting tires put on my van one day, and I'd gone to the same tire guy for years, and I was talking to him about his marketing and what he was doing, and he had done AdWords Express, and he's like, it takes all my money and it generates me no business. At the summit, I looked at AdWords Express on a mobile device where one of the guys was running it there. It seems as if AdWords Express purposefully hides some very important data from you, like your average position. And I don't even know if it shows you average cost per click.
No,
Um,
it doesn't.
okay, so here's my opinion on positioning. If you're not in the number one spot, it's not worth being in the auction. I've run simultaneous auctions where I controlled the guy number one and number two. It was two guys, like 2.5 hours apart, and they decided to kind of divide and conquer the territory. And the actual goal was to reduce cost per click. We figured if it can be inflated, it can be deflated. So we accomplished that. We cut it in half over like a month and a half. But what I noticed was whoever was in number two, I couldn't spend the budget because they didn't get clicks. I believe that the people who actually click on ads, unless the number one ad is awful, like maybe they have terrible reviews or like it's full of misspellings and it's just a totally ridiculous ad, people don't click on the second or third ad. They click on number one. So position is very key. So the fact that you've gotten something from it is, I mean, that's pretty cool. I've marketed in that area before, and it's a tricky market. How are you targeting your location? Are you doing county targeting, radius targeting, or what?
Radius targeting from my office.
Okay. My suggestion is if there are zip codes or towns within that radius that you've never made money from, you don't like going in after dark, I would change from radius targeting and do county, city, zip code targeting. Because you've got the ability to go in and exclude zip codes, towns, and I'll look at it from census data, socioeconomic data, real estate values, and if it's an area that, especially if the client says, "Oh, that's a dump. That's where all the tweakers live or something," we just don't even target it. So why risk your money in that area?
Zip code is probably more prone to flooding during small rain events also.
Can you say the first part again? You cut up.
I said we also we have zip codes that are more prone to flooding during small rain events,
Right.
which would be nice to target.
Right. I've got clients that storm chase, and I mean, I'll give you Harvey as an example. I haven't been to Texas since I was a kid, and I don't know a whole lot about Texas. I had a client from Missouri drive to Texas, and then he had two crews following him, and he was dependent upon me to figure out where he should go. And with a combination of Twitter and some flood maps, I pinpointed Kingwood, Texas as a great spot for him to be in. That's where he ended up. And it was literally, we set up a campaign just targeting like all the golf courses around Kingwood and all those subdivisions. And if you look at that along with a map of just streams and rivers, you can figure out exactly where the good flooded areas are.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's I like that idea.
Yeah, the North Carolina, I think it's the University of North Carolina, has developed a flood mapping software that looks at, it takes rainfall data and elevation data and takes that over streams, lakes, rivers, and it's pretty accurate on flood levels. I would love to see that go nationwide because it would make my job way easier. But we talked about this at the summit. Twitter is an incredible tool for finding cat events around your area, because they'll go to social media before they call for help.
Yeah.
So I can't recommend it enough.
Jonathan, I got a question. Since I'm among friends here, so I feel comfortable talking about it. So my company is unique, and additionally, I want to see if Friday or if next week you have a time to have a conference call with me and my head of marketing, because they manage all of our SEO clicks things. And but our company, as you know, we do many things, and I don't know that our visibility in restoration is standing apart, if we're all just diluted in because we have 5 trades. And I'd like to see if we couldn't talk to hiring you about looking at that analysis that we don't, plumbing and electrical and HVAC for pay-per-click is different than restoration. It's in my opinion. And I don't know that we are separating that out the right way. And I just would like to get your thoughts on that, a company that does both. Like even in a lot of this group, reconstruction and mitigation, are there companies that would you pay-per-click manage the same way for those 2 services?
So most of my clients, I've had, hey Danny, I've had some clients ask to do AdWords for just pure recon. In fact, I was approached by a recon company who only did recon for restoration companies, and he thought he'd be smart and generate his own water damage jobs so that he wasn't having to go and beg to get the recon. It's not as effective because the buying cycle is so much different. Emergency services are easy, and frankly, all of your divisions are emergency services. Sorry, I'm getting all these pop-ups on my screen from Zoom. There's the real Andy McCabe. That's great. So I know exactly how I would organize an account for you, Clark. Your biggest opportunity is on your landing pages, just like I mentioned at the summit. Very, very minor, inexpensive changes need to happen, and your conversions will go up.
Well, I'd like to see if you could look at your schedule and see if Friday would work or if next week would work. And I would like to sit with my head of marketing and see about bringing you aboard, because
I like what you said. I think we need a lot of work. A lot of focus goes on all of them together and diluted out and divided, but nothing really specialty. So even if I learned some things to take away that I could help, I would like to do so.
Okay.
So, but I didn't know if us having a landing page or being a division that had multiple companies, if that made us harder to find. Because if you just go to mycompany.com, you're liable to see everything, but you have to start scrolling through the trades, and if that makes us harder to find.
I think.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are in how many states? Like 3 or 4?
3.
And then how many? Like what's your footprint in each of those states?
Maryland and Virginia, all of except for maybe 90% of both, and then 30%, 40% of North Carolina.
Okay. So the way I would structure it is around each office and target counties around those offices. My campaigns would be made up of counties or cities, depending on the size of those. And then my ad groups would be, I would do that different because I'm assuming each division has to pay their own bill for advertising. So each office would get its own HVAC, its own plumbing, its own electrical, and its own restoration campaign. And then from there, I would drill down into the different types of services. What's important is,
Clark, you got to think about, for every one of the services you provide, you have a different sales proposition. So you're going to have a different search. You're going to have a different long tail. People are going to type different things in, and it's hard to serve everything that you do with one page anyway. So I would definitely split that up. Am I right?
Yeah, totally. If
the other Andrew,
yeah, there can be only one. If I'm a customer in need of restoration, I want to search. I want to find Michael and Son, but I want to find a water damage ad for my hometown, not just a Michael and Son corporate ad, right? Same with plumbing, same with electrical. So I have an idea of the kind of volume I could generate for plumbing and electrical, or plumbing and HVAC alone. Plumbing is searched. So, okay, I looked at a market the other day, and I was trying to make the argument to a potential client hey, you should probably consider doing your own plumbing ads, because it was just the right fit for him. And, he was like, well, why? And I said, in your market, Google shows me that over the past 12 months, the term water damage repair averages 10 searches per month. Now, that was one. It was actually a couple different keywords I plugged in, but it's under 40 or 50. The word plumber alone averaged 800 searches in the same little podunk market of his. So I said, that's where all your water damage work is. So for the territory you guys cover, I mean, there's so much work out there. It's just a matter of dividing it up, and then it would, from a cost perspective, it could be done too. But really, the most important thing is you got to have a specific ad for that specific office for that specific service. So I do have time Friday. Give me a time.
Lost you, Clark.
Now
Lost you.
I want to talk offline more, Jonathan. I'd like to link up, but I will tell you, we spend an obscene amount of money on this, but I don't think it's managed that well.
Okay.
So I think we're it's like spinning tires. So I'll thank you for your answers on that.
Okay, no problem. All right, what other questions do we have?
I got one. Troy, it's on the other line. He's about an hour 45 to 2 hours away. So could we independently do something with AdWords and not affect each other? I mean, he's in a different county, different city, and I'm in a different county and different bigger city. So that would kind of work for us, help get that cost down.
Is that Bob?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, or hear you at least.
Yeah, so Bob, you could do it one of two ways. I'd be totally separate, and I would, we'd figure out the furthest you wanted to drive, the furthest he wanted to drive, and everything would totally be separate, and you'd never see his ads, he'd never see yours. Or you could both market in one another's backyards.
And just have an agreement. Just have a gentleman's agreement. Whatever comes in, if it's in your backyard, it goes to you. If it's mine, and that gets you to scale faster than doing it individually.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. If I'm stepping on you, let me know. But I think that's my understanding of it.
Yeah, the other Andrew McCabe is right.
So, Bob, maybe we should have a meeting with him at some point.
Yeah.
Either, I don't know if you got more time on Friday. If you do, I'm available.
Yeah, you said you were stopping down, so maybe when you come down, we can just get on with Jonathan if he's got time and do a call.
Or you could drive to Idaho and see him because there's going to be snow on the ground
real soon.
real quick.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it, bro. It's coming. We got to have 2 more days of sunshine, and we got snow the rest of the year. I guarantee.
I know.
Well, long as we can shoot new guns, I'm good.
Yeah. You bring the ammo. That's
of course. Yeah. You got to supply the ammo. I got plenty of things to shoot with, but at 50 cents a round, it gets a little pricey. All right. So, do you guys do a roundtable? Introduce all y'all. They got 11 people on the call. That's a good thing.
No, and Andy, I didn't read anything like I was supposed to.
You're not a real rebel yet. Okay.
We just started talking guns and I got off track. So
good.
Okay, Andy, you need to go through it.
Say that again.
I said you need to read it off, Andy. Start the meeting right.
All right. Well, let's tell you. All right. Fine. I can do that. Let me go find it.
Oh my God! You don't get it memorized?
No. Yeah, the other 12-step thing I had memorized, but this one, no, not quite yet.
Well, you better stand up and don't be taking a damn knee with it either.
Oh, it's good. That's good. Do we have all rebels, or we have some people hoping to be rebels? What's the story? Who's on here that is not a rebel? Let me start there. Nobody. No one that's willing to stand. Oh, that's fine. That's good. Well, I got to tell you all, first off, I got to apologize. I've been busy. I haven't been around. And I feel like I've been neglecting the group, and we've had other people step up and fill in some spots and carry on some meetings. And that's good. And I want more of that. And I want to apologize that I wasn't here. So, the Restoration Alliance, you guys ready? Our mission? To restore lives and livelihoods when disaster strikes. Agreement number 1, I will protect the value of my services by never giving them away. Agreement number 2, I will practice incredible transparency and honesty in my communications with those I deal with on a daily basis. Agreement number 3, I do not believe in competition. This came up a couple times this week. I'd love to tell you the story if we got time. Agreement number 4, I am willing to walk away from any project, client, or agreement that is not compatible with my company and personal values and stated mission. Amen. All right. Well, who got to grill Jonathan on what they need as far as advertising a PPC? Anybody? Well, I know Clark did.
Yeah. Steve did too.
I got some great. So.
Steve, yeah?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you this week or next probably now, John.
Okay.
So, John, just to clarify, you don't do Facebook advertising. You're strictly Google PPC, or no?
Yeah, I don't do any social media, and I don't purely do Google. Google allows what they call search partners, which just means Bing and Yahoo.
Okay.
So ads do show on Bing and Yahoo. I'm not, the cost per click is a lot cheaper, but Google they own like 90% of the search.
You go where the eyeballs are. You just go where the eyeballs are.
Right.
All right. So if you want to do PPC and social media, we got to engage Sean, right?
Right.
Is that the plan? Do you guys have sort of an interaction going on? You have an open dialogue with folks that need both?
We definitely have an open dialogue. I want to see Sean specifically grow his independent customer base.
Absolutely.
I want
Hey, nothing against green. Green. The Hulk is green, right?
I know.
I mean,
but
a lot of cool things are green.
Yeah, but the reality is, social media is a part of this. Not because social media can necessarily generate you jobs. Social media qualifies you online. We live in the day and age where people won't buy until an internet stranger gives their approval.
Exactly.
That is the cold, harsh reality of your business.
How funny is that? I will believe a stranger online before I'm going to believe what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, exactly right.
So you have to constantly be feeding your reviews. Clark?
Who was that? Someone said no. I think it was Clark, but he always says stuff. He's always talking, that Clark.
I'm on mute. I've got mine muted.
Steve, did you want to say something?
I know for me personally, my Facebook actually ranks ahead of my website page on the search.
Well, you got to be careful because who was that H2O guy that posted in the group this week? H2O Pro? No, the crawl space. Robert Kiefer.
Yeah.
He said and God bless him. He was trying to do the right thing. And he said, look where I'm ranking on all these searches. I'm doing a search and I'm ranking. And he was searching in a Chrome browser, logged in as himself. And Google is going to serve you up what it thinks you want. And so Google knew that he was searching as himself, so it brought up all his company stuff. And he thought he was ranking off the charts, when in reality, he wasn't. So when you're doing searches for what you want to rank for, open up a Chrome browser in incognito mode, or open up an Internet Explorer or whatever, something that you're not logged in as, and better yet, use somebody else's computer or somebody else's phone. So the algorithms don't know. I mean, AI is smart. AI knows that I'm on my phone. AI knows I'm using this laptop. So when you're trying to see how you're ranking, you want to make sure you're coming from a neutral source that's not you. And I think he's since pulled, I haven't talked to him about it, but I think he pulled his post realizing that he really doesn't naturally rank that high in his own market because Google was just feeding him what he wanted to hear. So does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Andy, did you mention that publicly, or was that more of a private conversation?
I actually was public. Was that bad? I wasn't mean about it.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't mean about it. I was like,
oh, that's good.
You did log in under a anonymous browser, right? And all I got was, oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an honest mistake because I did it myself. 3 years ago, I was on my other group, Side Hustle Nation. I was like, man, I'm killing it. Look what I'm ranking. And then someone just took a big old pen and blew up my bubble.
I didn't know that. That's the
Yeah.
first I've ever heard of that.
Yeah. Google knows.
Google knows everything about you. I mean, they even if you're on the same Wi-Fi router, they know it's you, or they know it's part of your family.
They know it's part of they're connected to you. So the algorithm is gonna go, oh, well, you're connected to Clark Brown, so you must like sort of what Clark Brown likes. So we're gonna serve some of that up. Yeah. It will skew the rankings, what you think you're doing online, like nobody's business.
Google is becoming more and more and more personalized in search results. Google is not a search engine company. They're an ad platform. I mean, I think we all know that, but it's amazing how many people I talk to that don't know that. They still think they're a search company. But your results are getting more and more fine-tuned to you or what their current narrative is.
Yep.
So, and that's YouTube, that's Google search, it's Google News. You know, I follow some weirdos on Twitter. Inevitably, when I'm in Flamingo, which is a Twitter app, I will get kind of an off the wall Google News, push notification. That's almost the opposite of the article that I'm reading, and it's a little creepy, but it does happen. So,
you guys, I mean, for example, y'all ever went to a website? You're like, I need some new work boots, and you're searching for work boots, and you don't buy any work boots, but you're searching around. The next 5 days in your Facebook feed and your LinkedIn feed, and every time you go to Google search, you're going to get an ad from Wolverine because they know it's called retargeting.
Group is real good with that.
Say that again.
Storm Venture Group is real good with that.
Oh, really? I don't get any of their shit anymore.
He shows up everywhere on the internet.
Well, what have you bought from him, or what have you signed up from him? Right? Because I don't see any of their shit.
Just on their Facebook page. That's the only thing I'm on there.
Which means they set up a retargeting campaign based on their Facebook demographic of their group.
Yeah.
Genius.
I have an interesting story that I want to share real quick about that. It kind of freaked me out. This is about 3 years ago. I was in Montgomery, Alabama, at a conference, and I shook hands with and met a State Farm agent. Someone introduced me. He said, "This is who we do business with." So I was friends with him. My phone contact list, I had a business colleague that did business with him. That's it. We didn't email each other. We didn't talk. I drove away. I left. 3 days later, I pull up a Google ad, and that guy's advertisement was on my Google.
You know it was.
That was creepy. I was just in proximity, but there was some type of connection either through my contacts and him that really just kind of brought us together, and I was starting to see his ad.
I mean, it goes deep. I mean, I had an ad campaign. I don't remember who it was. It was a sporting goods sporting goods retailer, and it started out with a flyer I got in the mail, and then I got a direct email from them, and I opened it, and then from that point forward, for the next 3 weeks, I saw their advertising everywhere. I never bought anything from them, and that's why it went away, I think. But it works. That's the world we're in, boys and girls. Do we have any girls? Where the girls at? We have a dearth of females in this industry, and am I alone in thinking that's a problem? Are we too myopic because there's too many dudes sitting around shooting the shit?
Holy smokes! There's another
my
Andrew
wife.
McCabe. What happened there?
That's Michael to blame.
Okay. All right.
I'm everywhere. I'm like a virus. It's bad.
Taking over. So last Saturday, I've got a bunch of kids, and two of my girls are going as a Disney character from the Disney show Descendants, but it's Descendants 2. They're going as two of those characters, and they have very specific hair color. So twice last Saturday, prior to going into the Halloween store, my wife and I were talking about Descendants 2 wigs. I opened up my eBay app that I had just installed to look for a new pair of boots, and the first suggested, item for me to purchase is Disney Descendants 2 wigs. So my phone is listening to me all the time. This is why I do not plug in webcams to my computer on a normal basis. If you have an Amazon Echo or a Google Home device, you are being monitored 24 hours a day, simply so that they understand you better as a consumer and they can sell more crap to you.
You ever seen that movie Operating System? Or no, Her. Movie called Her, Her.
Yeah. Scarlet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all are depressing the hell out of me.
I'm so sorry, Clark.
Let's talk about something cool.
Yeah. So let's talk website optimization real quick. So I'm going to pick on. You can't screen share in this, right, Angie?
Yeah, you can.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Find it. Cool. It's in here somewhere. You want me to screen share? I'll screen share and you can talk.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. I'm gonna do
content.
Yeah, right here. I'm gonna share my desktop. Boom. Okay, can you all see my desktop?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm bringing up a Chrome browser. That's my email.
Okay. Can you go to simplesolutionsEN.com? EN. Like Tennessee. You're so close.
So close. I'm gonna go full Monty. Bam.
Yep. And then I'm gonna have you render it in mobile here in a second. So a couple of years ago, like half of restores I talked to had websites. Now everybody,
and they all looked like this.
Many of them do, but here's the thing about this in particular. You can have a website, and that's great. There are, I think the last number I looked at was 100 billion in North America right now. Some crazy number.
100 billion.
There's a lot of websites out there.
There's more websites than human beings. Got it. By an order of magnitude of 20.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Maybe my number's wrong. I don't know. There's a lot of websites out there. So everyone's got one. You're expected to have one.
I've got 4, but yes, that's
right. I've got 40 in my hosting account. So everybody's got one.
Ooh, someone just drew on the screen. That was cool. Who did that? That was sweet. Oh, and they deleted it. Ooh, we got a ninja behind the scenes over here somewhere.
So it's expected for you to have a website. You can have a pretty
all right, me, shut the F up.
You can have a pretty website that will most likely never generate a phone call. And it's because your website isn't answering the questions it needs to answer.
Yes.
In about 45 seconds. And that's the secret formula for your emergency work. So Andy, right click on this anywhere on the page and click inspect. And then at the very top, under your little blue icon, there's a little mobile rendering thing. Click that. And then go back and do that again.
Oh, again?
I don't know what you did. You closed it.
Well, I closed all the wording crap over here.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. We're just focusing on the left-hand side of the screen.
So this is toggle device toolbar. Control Shift M. All right, there. So this is what it looks like on mobile. No? Control Shift M. No. No. This is not what it looks like in mobile?
No, this is the desktop version.
All right, so that's what it looks like in mobile. All right, sorry.
Now, if you want, under the URL, it says responsive. You can change that to a couple of different phone types. Scroll up. Scroll up a little bit more.
Right here?
A little bit more. Right under the URL, look for the word responsive.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
There you go. So you can render it in these phone types. And this is kind of out of date, but this is what Chrome does.
Yeah.
So, switch it to like an iPhone 6. Do people still use those?
Okay.
So here's an example of a site that converts. This is Shane O'Dasiers from Nashville, Tennessee. When Shane
phone
came
number,
on,
boom, number one, yes.
Well, and start scrolling down. So he's got a persistent call number on his site. Your customer should not need to hunt for your phone number. It needs to be persistent or have a call button.
Unless you're me, which I have. I don't want anyone to call me because I'm too busy.
And that's fine because you do something different. But with your emergency services, first you understand that 80% of your traffic. Whoops, gotta admit, Bob. 80% of your traffic is going to come from a mobile device. 80%.
Yes, it is. And more going forward. I mean, the days of the desktop are gone, gentlemen, gone.
So websites are no longer designed for desktop and then mobile friendly. They're designed for mobile first.
Mobile first. Yep.
So let's notice a few things at the very top of this page. When your customer lands on your page, they're going to have questions they don't even know they have yet. You're answering them in the top of that page. You're A+ BBB rated, even though that's a sham, but it's there. You got a 30-minute response time. You do free estimates. You bill directly to insurance. You accept all insurance claims. I don't even know what that means, but that's what your customer needs to hear.
Yeah. They don't even know what it means. Okay.
Yeah. So by page
and then you get the social proof.
Right. And then really, based on my research into Google Analytics, they don't look much more beyond that. They may scroll to the bottom and then right back up to the top, but
they'll do this.
2 swipes.
Oh, what else is here? Nope. But there's a phone number there, and then they say, "Hey, yeah, because I don't like water. I want it out."
So I look at websites every single day that might be built well and might be pretty, but they don't convert. And so
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you a website that does not convert while you keep talking. I'm sorry.
Okay. Before you hire an SEO company or you hire a pay-per-click management company, or even before, this is a great example.
It's terrible, man. I'll be the first to admit it. Let's see what it looks like.
Oof.
Oh, it's a fire scanner.
Oh, who's listening to the scanner? And are you going to go right now? Bob.
Yeah, that's me. I'll turn it down.
Bob will run right out of the house.
Oh, Jonathan, I'm regretting my decision to pull this up right now. This is some horse shit right here. Oof. All right. So I need your help. All right. Okay. I can admit that.
I'll definitely refer you to something.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
That's some horse shit.
The master needs some help.
Oof. Hey, I'm good. I know what I'm good at. This ain't one. I just did it myself because I couldn't afford to do it. Pay somebody else.
It's the same reason I built my website. Oof. So,
okay, back to the real deal. All right.
Before you begin pushing anyone onto your website, you got to make sure your website actually converts. You need a history of proven conversions.
And you want to know what you're converting for. right? Some people don't want a phone call. Some people want a product purchase. Some people, want other things. So you want to know, first and foremost, what do you want people to do?
Right.
And then you know what to optimize for.
And in our business, any good landing page is going to be like a small game trap. There's one way in, and you're stuck at that point. We're trying to sort of manipulate behavior. We want them to call. We don't want them to read a whole bunch or jump around. That's why you've got to hit them with the facts about you, the unanswered questions they have, and then hit them with reviews, all in the same environment. And that usually prompts a phone call. And then I assume of all my clients, the minute you get a customer on the phone, it's closed. If there's work there, you can close it. And
you should have a very high closure rate with qualified leads, because not everyone that calls this number is going to be qualified
for sure
and have a real problem that you can solve. So
for sure.
But
I
yeah,
have
you should
turned away
9 out of 10
because I didn't believe they could close. So
right.
I don't want to waste somebody's money,
No.
So.
Well, because it's your fault, right? I mean, any salesman knows, you bring it to the door and they can't shoot and kill it, but it's your fault for some reason. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. You got a point.
So we're rounding up to our hour. Are there any questions? And if you're not comfortable asking in front of all your friends, just shoot me an email.
Who wants us to crucify their website live?
Mine.
Come on.
Go ahead,
Come on.
pull mine up there.
I showed you. Okay.
Pull mine up there.
What is it?
RapidDryServices.com.
The is silent, I'm assuming. Shut up, Andy. All right. Okay. Hey, you got branding. You got a phone number. You got a phone number. Okay. Yes. Yes. Direct me down. Which funnel do I want to go in? Okay.
Hey, scroll up, Andy. Click on that water picture.
Can I?
I assume it's going to go to the water damage page, right? Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Scroll down. Okay. So.
And then you got a word wall. Oof. Word wall. Word wall. Word wall.
Realistically,
but I like it to this point. Go ahead.
If your client is standing in water, they're not going to read 8 paragraphs on your website.
They ain't reading. I don't read so good.
If you just added some bullet points at the top, 5 to 6 bullet points.
Yeah, move these to the top. Standing water, sewage, flood. Move those above the fold. Yeah, get those up above this, whatever this is.
Well, I never, on a water damage repair landing page, don't talk about everything you know how to do. Talk about why you. That's the only thing they need to see. Don't.
So maybe a picture of a human being.
A picture of water extraction always works. A picture of you in the van always works.
Human being.
And understanding that you live down the street and you're on your way is the perception you have to create with that customer. But
yes, like smoke coming out of the back wheel well somehow. Right. Yes, and a sonic boom. Yes.
Yeah. Know that they land on your site needing to know some very basic information. And so you have to tell them how you're a 5-star company, you're licensed, certified, bonded, insured, whatever you are, your response time, your service area, keep it simple, answer those questions, and then that page should have one job, and it's to generate a phone call.
So this is pretty good. This is 70% there.
It's 70%. I would agree with that.
That you just some tweaks. Yeah, response time. Put a human being in there. No, actually, this is a whole lot better than that claims delegate shit that I just showed you.
Your real estate on mobile is precious.
Yeah, it is.
So those first 2 screens, images they take up a lot of real estate, and logos take up a lot of real estate. So
in load time too.
In load time. And this is another thing with websites. Google has been talking, like I do a lot of Google rep calls every month. They have been talking for 6 months now about 2.5 second load time. And because it's it's mentioned on every single phone call, I know that come next year when the new algorithm changes come out, that will be in one of that will be one of the changes.
Okay.
Where if you have a site that loads more slowly than 2.5 seconds, you will receive a non-penalty penalty. So sites that load faster
your
than
rankings are going
they're going to drop.
All right, who's
It's
next?
the same
Who's
thing
next?
with AdWords.
Mason.
I'll take mine.
Mason.
WNY Disaster New York.
Yeah. WNY.
And Disaster Relief.
Where are those guys located?
Ooh.
Somebody went to A Squared Studio and got themselves a website.
Oh, it's nice. Short and sweet.
Well, where have I seen this before?
Yeah. So, like I said, I refer to one web developer. He built Shane's, he built Bob's. It looks similar because it works.
Cheaters. And you know what? No one is going to know any different.
That's right.
Hey, try mine, Andy. michaelandson.com/restoration. Or just
No.
Michael and Son.
Sorry, it's going to be Michael AEL. AEL?
Yeah.
And .com. Actually, just go there. Don't worry about the restoration.
Because no one's going to go to restoration.
Right.
Unless they're led there with advertising.
Andy, scroll down, because I looked at this at the summit.
Okay.
Find the restoration link, which is buried way down, way down on the page.
Clark, I had no idea you were a redhead. No idea. Where are you? A redheaded stepchild. Where is it?
It's on the homepage somewhere.
Click the 3 bars on the right. That's a drop
Get
down.
the F out of here, Clark. Sorry, you already flunked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, brother. I love you like a brother, but you flunked this test.
That hamburger menu at the top, Andy, click that. You can get there.
I know you can get there, but I'm going to act like I need help. No, I'm not going to get it. All right, so now I'm going to go here.
And we're not even there.
Oh, bottom. Okay. All right.
And then
Is that a blower, Clark?
That's a blower.
That's a blower.
Okay, so let me make some.
Don't call it a fan.
It's an air mover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that truck at the very top is really cool. It's a total waste of space.
It's killing your load time.
Then you've got a huge header that does nothing for you. It just tells the customer where they are in your sitemap. You've got your whole first screen is totally useless. Then
what am I getting from this as a consumer? Nothing.
Then the whole second screen is nothing but words in like 6-point font. Scroll down and I'll show you what.
Word wall, word wall, word wall, word wall, word wall. Picture.
One of the biggest deal breakers on this is
and no pictures of the man. I mean, if I saw a picture of Clark, I'd click on that shit. I mean, I'm just telling you right now.
They're all generic pictures.
I'm sorry, Jonathan, I interrupted you. They all are generic pictures.
Well, and then click request service, because I see the phone number there faintly, but do you see how it's all screwed up in the footer?
I don't see a phone number.
It's like, down at the bottom next to request service.
It looks like it was burned into the footer.
Oh, it's black on dark blue.
I had that same problem, right, John?
Oh, it's there. Oh, I didn't see it, but it's been there the whole time. Wow.
I don't think you had that problem.
Oh
no, yours was just like 4-point font in the header.
Oh, real small.
Yeah, but click request service.
This is priceless.
So then you force them to contact you via internet form.
Should be direct. Direct call.
How many times do you fill out an internet form with any hope in the world of getting a response within a week?
He's gonna call you on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, so Clark, this is why I said it's real simple things, and your conversions will just skyrocket.
I really like Maryland.
Quadruple.
Okay, so Andy, in chat, you've got sanfranciscofloodrepair.com.
Chat. That's like next level stuff.
Yeah.
No, and the other Anime Cave has it in chat because I can't see my chat. But I'm going to take your. Oh, San Francisco Flood. Oh, yeah. Michael DeBoy. Because it comes up in my. How did that come up automatically? And how did they know?
Magic.
Oh, magic. I haven't typed that in ever. Oh. Yeah, I got to give props where props are due.
Now this is next level shit.
Michael Teboyan has done a phenomenal job, and I'm every time I say his last name, I murder it, and that's okay because he's my friend. He gets calls in this market, which is saturated. And his market is saturated, but he gets calls that nobody else gets, and it's phenomenal. So, all right, Jonathan, guide me. Where are we going here? We got a good phone number here.
Yeah,
we got some branding. Okay, water damage repair. Where?
You were just below it.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Okay, start scrolling.
Ooh, word wall. Okay, so what does this do? Should I click on it? I'm gonna click on it. All right, where's he falling down here?
You got no logos.
Oh, he's got a logo right there.
I mean, on the buildings.
So back up one screen, Andy. Okay,
got a phone number there. Okay.
That numbered list down below. I used to be a big believer in this. And then I realized people don't take that much time to read your website before they call. So Michael, if you
not for this service.
Yeah. I think you're shooting way over their heads when the first your first one out of the gate is we submit all documentation and estimates to your insurance carrier with pre-negotiated pricing exact May 28.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. No one knows what Exactimate is. We do. No one knows what Exactimate is.
Never heard of it.
That should probably be number 5, huh?
There should be no numbers. Jonathan, correct me if I'm wrong. No numbers. And 3 things.
Numbers, bullet points, check marks, I don't care what it is. You got to make it a real simple message. They are not in a position. I mean, if you've ever experienced your own water damage, think about that time where you don't have time to sit there and really shop. That's the beauty of our industry. We are emergency services. So, yeah, you gotta hit them quick.
All right, Michael, you got some work to do. Now we're way beyond. If any of y'all got to go, we will not make fun of you if you leave, because it has been over an hour. That's my rule. You leave before an hour, I'm gonna make fun of you. But all right, here we go. Mason Dixon Services. Man, that phone number. All that's really small. That's all one. That's like a JPEG, isn't it?
It looks like a notepad.
It's really small. I'm going to move this over just a hair. There we go.
Not one picture.
Well, this is one big picture, I think.
Oh.
So if this is a picture,
like a business card,
but it's not searchable. That number is not searchable. These words are not searchable if it's a JPEG. Let me see. Is this? I know HTML enough to be dangerous, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, this needs to be text. Get it out of a graphic. I'm pretty sure it's a graphic.
Yeah.
Okay, I tuned out for a second.
It's all right. Mason Dix's outstanding, blah, 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 blah. Fire, blah, blah,
Show me the
blah.
water page. That's all I'm concerned about.
All right. Water page. There it is. I had to scroll too far for it. Okay. Water and flood restoration. Whether you...
Which site is this?
All right.
That's
Fess
fine.
Who is that? Is that Steve?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing I notice is if I'm over the age of 45, I can't read your website.
Text is too small.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Gray on gray.
pretty. I mean, it's very pretty. I love those colors. I love that color scheme. But dark gray on light gray in that size font on a mobile device, super hard to read.
Yep.
So just changing your, and did you build this or did you hire someone to build it?
No, yeah, I did it myself.
Okay, and you built it in WordPress, right?
Yeah.
It's so much better than that claims that's bullshit we showed you earlier.
So you can most likely either there's a setting in your WordPress theme to change the font size, or with some very basic copy paste code, you can change your font size. So that's one recommendation. But what I would do is before that opening paragraph, drop in your why choose us, your call to action. And
do you have any? Oh yeah, you do. You've got some testimonials.
And bring that up on the page. And
how many testimonials do you have in your toolbox? How many people have written you letters?
A lot. I need to find somebody to take over my website. It took me literally months to just make this, and
Sure.
then I haven't touched it in years.
And don't feel bad. Don't get us wrong. We're just teasing you a little bit. We're all in the same boat. We don't have time.
I know I need help. I'm just looking for advice. So no, I appreciate the constructive criticism.
So when we connect next week, I hate anytime someone calls me and I say I can't help you until you do A, B, and C. If I can, I'll do some more. I'll spend some time on the site and look at speed and look at, I'll look at a bunch of things and then give you my recommendation if it's workable or if you should go just invest in a site that's going to convert.
Let's point out some good things, right?
Yeah, your map, your Google Map integration.
That helps ranking so much.
Yeah, which is that through my business?
It's localization.
It is, and whenever you type in water damage, water removal in my service area, we always rank number 1 or 2 on the map.
When you type it in, or somebody else? Well, we went through this already.
Yeah. That killed my butt still there.
Man, I was so good. I was first page. But no, this does help local rankings. Having a map, and if it's fed from your Google business page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, big time. Google loves its own shit. There's no doubt. That's why people still use Google Plus, because Google loves the smell of its own shit, and you just kind of just put it in there. Even though no one uses Google Plus except for me, because I'm a diehard.
Well, Google Plus was never meant to be a Facebook competitor. It was meant to get more information on you.
Oh wait, dedicated restoration. I haven't seen that. Wait, oh, we got more. We got more. All right. Hey y'all, you don't have to stick around for real, but I'm gonna stick around because this is fun. Here we go.
And then Sean
had brought some popcorn.
Too.
That's all right. Me. Ooh, look at that.
This ain't bad.
That's sexy.
Okay, let's look at the water damage page. That's the money.
Ooh, what? Oh, I got to re-render it. Re-render.
Yeah, I can't see nothing. There we go.
Word wall.
Yeah.
Word wall. No, where's my call to action? Word wall. Where's my... All right. Okay. I was hot. I was hot on it when it was full. I really was. I liked it. But
so Dan, this is yours, right?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. So this is a workable fix. So you're using a right sidebar layout on your water damage page.
I see that. Yep.
even if you switch that to a left sidebar and moved your Why Choose Us to the top of that sidebar, then in mobile, that sidebar.
Oh, mobile reads left to right.
Right.
So you swap your sidebar.
That may be the simplest way. If you go back, I mean, I don't. The company I refer my website clients to, and the company I refer my SEO clients to, no money ever exchanges hands there, and I know I'm not taking out of their pocket to give tips, right? I've seen people try to replicate the SEO effort and the website effort, and no one can do it very well. So I encourage you use Simple Solutions TN or Bob's site as an example, and focus on how it renders in mobile and mimic it. You're not going to mimic it 100%, and it's never going to work the way Alex from A Squared is going to design it, because his stuff is just beautifully built.
Sure.
But you'll be doing the right things and putting your calls to action at the very top. The text is great for SEO.
Yes,
for sure.
But it needs to be below the fold.
You got to bury it. Yeah, it's going to be below the fold.
Bury it. All right, so we got all states. All states. All right, Sean. All states. Man, I just got a problem with the whole freaking all state thing.
The whole word.
Whole word. No offense. Damn. All right, here we go. All right, we got a phone number. That red on blue doesn't work real well, but it's up top and it's big enough to read. Okay, Jonathan, I'm. Correct me if I'm going astray. I'm just going to go right through it, and then you can give your 2 cents. Okay, so then we got the header, we got some menu, water damage, first thing. All right, so I'm probably not going to do this. Ooh, easy claim. You use easy claim, Sean? How is that? Easy claim. I thought that was for contents. No.
We use it from time to time. We give it to our customers to do the total loss inventory.
But it's only contents, right?
Yeah.
Sean, can I tell you how much it was awesome to have you at the summit? That was pretty sweet, bro. Thanks for showing up. It was cool.
Oh, we had a great time. I had a great time.
All states. Okay, water damage. Oh, word. SEO. Word. SEO. No, I don't want to schedule anything, Sean. I don't want to schedule anything. Yeah, if I'm looking.
The main page, let's go to, but we will fix it.
Jonathan, talk to me. Where should I go from here?
So on the water damage page.
Okay, back to the water. Wait. Oh, where was it?
Hop over there real quick.
Where was it? The page changed. Did it change since I was back here before? Oh. So this rotates. Yes? Oh. What happens if I don't want mold remediation services and I happen to land on the page when it rotates to this? Right?
For the home page, it's not terrible. For the water damage page, you got to look at those first 2 screens. That's how you're making your money. So
right, but now I've got. How do I get back to that other page? I don't. Where's? Where's that?
Hamburger menu.
Hamburger menu. Yes, we do know, but we're not. We're playing like we're dumb.
We're just a customer.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, we're just a customer. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. Repeat to yourselves. You're not dumb.
So between the
if you saw the person I met with today, you would just say, Andy, yes, we're all dumb. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. Between the header image and the I think that would be the title bar. It's just wasted real estate. It's real estate. I want to be able to see your call to action on that first page. I don't have to see all of it, but I want to see enough of it to begin scrolling down to then find all your reviews.
Okay.
What you're doing with the Home Advisor badges and all the different badges you have, wonderful. If anything, move them up higher on the screen. So that's the third or fourth thing I'm seeing when I scroll.
You need
those
yeah.
are powerful.
You need
It's matter of fact, it's actually changed, but we just got the site up. The site got hacked yesterday or 2 days ago. We just got it back up.
it's functional. It is way more functional than that claims delegates horseshit. But I think there's a lot of opportunity here.
So did you say the Home Advisor badges are powerful?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
say that one more time. What?
If you have any good reviews on Home Advisor or Angie's List or Yelp, put that on the website. The worst that's going to happen is they're going to send you a cease and desist, and you'll pull it off your website. But chances are they never find it. And customers.
But this looks like a widget. This looks like a.
That is a Google My Business widget.
Okay, so that's legit.
It's like Google My Business. Those things are powerful. You don't want someone to leave your sales environment to go hear from the strangers. You want to give them all that information within your
You want
sales.
to guide them to the strangers that you want to guide them to.
Yeah, I can tell you when I ran, I was with that restoration franchise system, and we dumped almost all the ads onto the homepage. And the second most visited page within the website was the testimonials page. And this is before really we knew what we were doing. It's because before they made that phone call, even if it was a minute and a half, they had to get they had to get affirmation. That's what they call it. Put all that in one environment so that you've answered all those questions, and their only response is, "Oh, okay, I'm good. I can call now."
John?
Yep.
Hey, this is Troy. I got to get going. Can you shoot me an email with your contact information? And then what time on Friday would be good for you, for me and Bob to get a hold of you?
Why don't you throw your email in the chat box here?
Okay.
I'm on my phone, so I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, mobile first. Lesson learned.
So,
or you know where to find us, right?
I'm at a horse show.
We're kind of in the Facebook group.
Yeah,
can
you can find me there.
Can I tell you, we passed 750 members.
That's
this
great.
week. And you know what's phenomenal about that?
I've got John's information, Troy. I got his number and stuff.
Okay.
Just a matter of setting the time up on Friday. Just have John tell us when's a good time, John.
Make it happen.
So I'm 2 hours behind you. If we can do mid-morning, which would be like early morning my time, would that work for you guys? You know what?
Yeah,
Give me a
time on Friday.
I can make it work.
10 o'clock Eastern time?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, does that work for you, Troy?
That works for me. So how are we connecting? Through a chat room, or how are we doing this? Just over
You
the
guys
phone?
call me.
Yeah, actually, you were.
There's his information in the chat
Friday.
right there.
Okay.
I won't be at your house at 10 a.m.
Oh my God.
Well, I tell you what, this is solid gold stuff. This is what we all need to be start to really do. And I mean, not just think about. We need to do this because we need to get the business before anyone else. And Kevin Dooley was right. It's who is going to be the fastest to respond to the call, who's going to be first to respond is key to the future of this entire industry, no matter what we do. So we can beat the big Goliaths at this game because big Goliaths cannot move. They are not as nimble as we are. They do not have the flexibility to change their websites willy-nilly like we do. Like tomorrow, if Jonathan were to call me and say, hey, you really need to wipe that whole website from the face of the earth because it's ugly as sin, I could do that because it's me. You ask that same thing of Service Master Corporate, No, it's going to take 6 months to make one change of a font on the home screen. That's why we have the advantage, because we're more nimble. We can move faster. What else we got?
So I've put my email and cell number in chat. I'll probably do a follow-up post, just thanking everybody tomorrow. So I'm honestly not looking for clients. I'm actually pretty stinking swamped right now, but I am here to help.
Bro, I know you're not. And I know that's not why you're not doing that. And I think I need to say that. Jonathan is not here to scare up clients. The reality is this industry and the way advertising is going, Jonathan is going to be busy for the rest of his freaking life.
Yeah.
He believes so much in this industry and this group and what we are about. That is why he's here.
I've said this a bunch of times before, but the reason I named my company United Restores back in 2013 is because I envisioned something like this. And I only got to know Andy and only got to know Restoration Rebels a few months ago. So it was like a heavens parting moment for me. So I'm here to help, and I'm here to answer questions, and I'm a great resource. I have a bunch of useless information in my brain. So if you have questions, hit me up and text, email, or phone. I usually respond pretty instantly with answers. So I'm happy to help you guys.
So tomorrow for ours, John?
Say that again, Brett?
You want me to get you tomorrow for ours? Because I just got the paperwork done and everything.
Yeah, give me a call.
It's hot to trot. Hot to trot. Hey, one parting moment. How many people we got still here?
12.
How many people we got in the room? 12. No, non-video participants, 7. Oh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. You can count. You graduated. In order for us to move the needle, and I decided we're not going to move any fucking needle. We're going to move the mountain. We are moving this industry, and we are making waves beyond what we could even imagine. And I got to thank you guys. I got to thank everybody else that takes part in this group and is part of this movement. We are making a difference. And the only way we're really going to make real change is when we start reaching across the aisle. And it's tough. It is really hard. But if you think about it, we have a common enemy. And it's not the insurance carriers. It really isn't. And it's not even the adjusters. There's these people in between that fuck up our lives. And they're engineers and they're TPAs. And all these people that are just feeding off the margins of what we already know as professionals and the carriers already know as professionals. And their day is numbered. But if we can reach across the aisle and make relationships with these folks and say, hey, this is where I'm coming from, and realize there's another human being on the other side of that, that's where we're going to start making some difference. So,
is somebody in a hot tub?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
my
hello. Oh, that's Mr. Taboyan.
Oh,
Get the light. Hey, hit the disco lights, baby. Hit the disco lights.
I'm impressed.
Oh, wow.
Talk about technology, baby.
Wow.
Drop it.
Oh, I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming it. Oh man.
Everything.
Hey, and
I gotta run, gents.
And above
it was
all,
a pleasure.
We are here for you. You are here for us. There's no the only dumb question is the one you don't ask. So we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Take it easy.
See you guys.